Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the CX Service Innovations section of Oracle Live. My name is Jeffrey Werko. I'm Vice President of Product Management for Oracle Service. And today we're going to talk about some of the really cool innovations coming out in our area. So let's get started. First off, before we begin, keep in mind that our service portfolio is part of our greater CX suite, which includes marketing and advertising and sales. All of our products are designed to work in concert, but all of you are here right now for service. So in order to get things started, I want to talk about some of our digital first service innovations. And to help me do that is Josh Bocott. Josh, what do we have for them today?
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks everyone for joining. So in this release, we have completely rebuilt the connectors between our knowledge solution, Intelligent Advisor, Oracle Digital Assistant. These connectors allow customers the ability to easily deploy within weeks the digital service automation solution to see immediate ROI for your contact center. So let's take a look at how we do this. So today, if we look at today's customers' needs, we're talking about instant service, quick access to the right answers, and personalized service. What does this mean for you, the customer? Do you have to go out and do these expensive integrations or purchase a bunch of products to make all of this fit together? Not at all. We have Digital Assistant, Knowledge, and Intelligent Advisor. And we're going to talk about how the three of these in concert together help to predict and deliver automated, tailored, accurate service anytime, anywhere. And what's a huge differentiator for us? How we treat digital agents within the service environment. So as we see a customer coming in through any of our channels, whenever they make a request, it goes immediately to a service routing engine. Within that engine are queues. Within those queues sit our live agents and our digital assistants. Each one of those have access to all our tools, solutions, and products and capabilities to solve our customers' needs. So let's take a look and see how this works in the real world. All right, so here we are on our Split Bean Coffee site. This could be any of your .com sites or end user CP pages. It doesn't matter. We could easily employ what we have here, our inlay capabilities, to actually pop up proactive service. I have a customer coming in. What's the status of my order? They give some personal information. And I'm immediately going in and reaching out to my backend systems to actually pull back information to allow a user to click on which order they'd like information on. In this case, out for delivery. So a real easy, simple use case there. Now our user's gone in and very conversational in nature, asking about return shipping. We're reaching out to our knowledge backend, not recreating anything in ODA and simply pulling back knowledge articles for our customers to research. And if they want to click on a link there, they can open up the full knowledge article. And now they actually want to make a return. So here we're actually employing Intelligent Advisor. They've actually gone through and they've said, I want to return this coffee machine. We launch that interview. We go through a step-by-step process to see if they qualify for this return. We see that they do qualify for a refund and put their name. I can put in things like yesterday. The system understands what date I'm referring to. And as they go through this process of answering those questions, we can easily now walk them through that simple RMA process, create a PDF file for them to easily open up, print out, and completely have that answer solved for them and that problem, and they move forward. Very conversational in nature. But as we know in the real world, sometimes I need to actually speak to an agent. So here through the digital assistant, I've asked to speak to an agent. We flip over to our agent console. I can see I have access to all the tools and capabilities within the agent browser UI. And as you'll notice on the left-hand side there, I have full transcripts of everything that the user just interacted with within the digital assistant. So my agent now can read through those transcripts and have complete context of what was going on and what the customer is asking for. And through that, we don't have to ask those questions over and over, that annoying piece when you've got to switch context between different service products. So, and then we've also, in this case, enabled our agent to actually make a sale. So they're asking, would you be interested in seeing an alternate product? And now we can employ live experience to actually do that video interaction between the user and the agent to actually show a product or something that they may be interested. Keeping that customer happy, doing that complete end-to-end transaction, very seamless in nature for those customer experiences. So there we saw digital service automation in action, and we actually had some great holiday numbers where we saw engagement engine and our inlay capabilities providing that service at the point of need, where we had over 8 billion That's B, billion service decisions within engagement engines. So some great numbers there with zero downtime. So Jeff, great story with our digital service automation.
Yeah, it's a fantastic story, Josh. And like you said at the beginning, one of the most important things is the way we've built the integrations between all these components really makes this easy to deploy and gives you a faster ROI. But now, Josh, I want to keep you here because I want to move on to something else. You know, in the last 12 months in 2020 with the global pandemic, a lot of service representatives have had to work from home, and this puts a big strain on team collaboration. What innovations do we have to help them?
Yeah, Jeff. So we've got a great partnership with Zoom. We've easily integrated it here with our agent browser UI. You can see it in the menu item here, easily start a menu, select my fellow agents that I want to have in there, whether I'm raising my hand or if I'm scheduling a meeting for a later time with the team. All integrated, very easy to see, integrated with the private notes that I can see what I've got coming up. So a great collaboration there between Zoom and Oracle.
Fantastic, Josh. And I mean, it's great that you can just start these collaborations just by pushing a button. Okay, now I'm going to take you to the last innovation in this section of Oracle Live. What you're all looking at right now is a classic agent desktop experience. As you can see, it's a patchwork of widgets and tools that have all been engineered for a particular purpose. But is there not a better way for agents to actually work with their systems? To help me solve this problem, I'm going to introduce to you Harriet Franklin. Harriet, do you have something to show the people that is an evolution of this experience?
Yes, Jeff, there is a better way, and that better way is the Redwood Design. And the Redwood Design is all about rethinking and reimagining how users interact with software. And to give you an example, we're already doing this at Oracle. We're doing it in our sales application, ERP, and HCM. And coming up in this release, we have it in the B2B service application. And what that really is going to do is it is going to tailor the way that agents work. No longer are we going to have those tabs all over the place. And it's all about guided experiences and conversational experiences. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of these regions of the screen. And if we look here onto the left, the panel onto the left, it pretty much has a summary of all the relevant information that we need. And if we scroll down, we have a couple other features, again, tailored towards this particular type of service request. And then if we come over to the right away up front, it has recommended actions. And recommended actions are either automated ways of telling the agent what you need to pay attention to right now. And then if we scroll down, we can see that the rest of this is like a news feed. It has a very chronological order of the events that happen. And particularly when you're working with long-term service requests, like in public sector, or in this particular case, I'm going to walk through an example for an advanced manufacturing company. And you'll see that it keeps data logically grouped, and you can also do lots of other things. So one of the other things that I can do is filter the view in the feed, and I come up to the command line, and what we like to call this is the agent assistant area. And when I come up to the agent assistant area, there are lots of things that I can do. And what I want to do right here is just show you how easy it is to kind of filter the messages to bring forth relevant information that you need to see for this particular service request. So next, what I want to do is just kind of pause and show you the way that we can call what we call action plans. And the action plan is the recommended next step. It's going to walk the agent through everything that needs to happen. And I'm slowing it down here and showing you an action plan that the agent has selected. But very easily, and in most cases, this is going to be something that is automated. And with that, it starts to present, here are the steps, one at a time, that the agent needs to walk through. In this first case, we see that we need to verify the temperature. We'll walk through that step. And then again, the agent doesn't necessarily need to understand this particular product. We have an issue with the O-ring. And then it starts to present the next actions. And they can be anything such as tasks that need to be performed. Or in this particular case, I need to start doing some troubleshooting. And in order to do that troubleshooting, one of the things that I need to do is go ahead and engage with a product expert. And in this particular case, we start that process. We compose what we call an internal conversation. There are lots of ways that we can do that: email, collaboration, or web. In this particular example, we're going to go ahead and collaborate and go into a channel of experts. And oftentimes in B2B scenarios, we're dealing with very complex service requests. And in order to solve those service requests, we need multiple people to help us with that. And so now we immediately launch that request into a collaboration tool. And we have Justin that's going to answer this collaboration, let us know that this is a known issue, and give us kind of some steps in the meantime to immediately get back to the customer. And so we can go ahead and wrap up with the customer. We can see that entire collaboration string and in the conversation with all the details for that customer. So Jeff, I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to you for closure.
Okay, thank you, Harriet. And I'll just wrap up. I love how you showed that great experience where we have this great new Redwood user experience. It almost looks like a social media feed, all that guided assistance prompting the agent on what to do, and those amazing collaboration tools. Because as we know, in the world of B2B, it's often a dedicated team that has to solve these problems. So for all of you out there, thank you for sticking with us. I'm just going to review some of the things we showed you. We showed you a digital service automation experience at the front end, where you have digital assistants combining knowledge, an intelligent advisor in a very easy to deploy way, handling so many queries from customers. We also showed you the Zoom integration for all of your remote service professionals. And of course, that last B2B agent experience that is completely reimagined in a whole new way of servicing customers. If you guys want more information on this, please visit our CX innovations at the URL. You'll see all of these innovations as well as ones from our sales and marketing and advertising teams. So with that, I'm going to close it out. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in a few months.